Hi everyone, and we will go on, and this will be now level 4B, Bridge Master 4B. Should be 30 boards, I guess. Yes, there are 30 boards, so maybe I'll make a small break around 15. Ah, yeah. So I think I actually played two of them yesterday. So let's hope I remember. Yeah, this one is actually an easy one where you take the club finesse. The point being that if clubs are 2-1, which is normally a good thing, I know. Yeah, exactly. If they are 2-1 without the stiff queen, then clubs would be blocked. Because let's say you need to take the ace king of clubs, and then the highest club will be in your hand. However, if the queen is in west, then you can take all the club tricks by taking the finesse. Because that way now I have two high clubs in dummy instead of one. Mm. So now the claim button will be useful, but would be useful, but I think I can handle this. And it's nice, I guess, to know that I'm not completely. I don't even know what the word is. Is this amnesia? If you just forget what you did yesterday, I guess maybe some kind of amnesia. But I don't have it, I still remember. And board 2 I also did. I don't remember what it was, but I think once I see it, I will manage to remember it. Oh yeah, this one is an awesome one. Um, so the point is that you need to ruff some spades, and you might as well ruff one now. And that's now second finesse. Now I get the bad news, and now I can still make my contract if I ruff. If this doesn't get ruffed, and now I just ruff a spade in my hand and wait for my trump trick. They're helpless against this, so they can't put me in my hand. That would be the bad issue. If let's say I had the diamond ace instead of the diamond 3, and I needed one more trick, of course, and they could take a club and play a diamond and end play me effectively, in effect. But they can't do any of that. They have to play this hard finesse somehow, or yeah, you know what I mean. It's kind of easy to see and hard to explain. And this is a new hand, I think, so I will have to start thinking 3-no trump. My first thought is that I need an entry to diamonds, so if East plays the ace, maybe I need to unblock the king. The idea being that the king actually doesn't give an extra trick. Suppose if I play low on this trick and he returns a club, then I only get one club trick anyway, which I would get in. Which I would get also if I unblock clubs, so. And this way I get one more club trick, but I think it's not about the diamonds, of course, it's about spades. I need a spade finesse to work. And without the king of hearts, now I would need to take the ace of spades and hope that spades are 3-3. Of course, originally in the original position, it could also be 4-2 with the king doubleton. However, now that I have another entry, the king of hearts used to be the first entry, but now it's the second. Now I can take the spade finesse in peace and take my 9 tricks. It's a cute hand, and something that you need to keep in mind. That this unblock looks like it loses a trick, but you're not losing anything that you had. So you only had 1 club trick, even though it looks like 2. Of course, in real life, there's also a possibility that East has the queen, but not with this lead. So that's basically what you lose out on, is the possibility of a second trick, which, however, I think is less likely. Four hearts. There has been no opposing bidding, but okay, so they didn't return a club. It's interesting. I have not too many entry issues here. Without the club lead, I think the only reasonable way of playing diamonds is take the ace and then play a low diamond to the queen. Hope that West has king and has the king, and then either king, I think king doubleton, king third, or king fourth. They all work. King fifth, not really, unless the jack is a stiff. So that's how you would play it with the club return. No, they didn't do that. So I think then, in that case, probably the best way is taking the ace. Play a diamond. Okay, but I still have a roughing finesse, that's the point. I will still have a roughing finesse against East. I would have ducked this otherwise. And it's now hard to know if I played this way because I remembered, or because I'm just that good. But of course, in the limit of knowing every possible bridge master hand, then the two will become indistinguishable. So yeah, so far so good. 2 out of 2. Well, 4 out of 4 using yesterday's knowledge. I hate this bidding. What's this 4 spades? You have a huge hand. But apparently 4 spades is even an issue here. I guess I can see that. Lose a heart. It's a very unlucky deal because normally you wouldn't assume there would be an issue here. The 5-5 fit and so on, but stiff opposite stiff is always an issue because that way neither side can rough. Okay, so I have 5 spades and 3 top tricks in the minors, as well as I can rough one of the minors in one of the hands, so that's 9. Straightforward way of playing would be club double finesse, and if that doesn't work, then the diamond finesse. But if that's the case, then this wouldn't be level 4. And I'm sorry, and then so if the club doesn't work, if the club double finesse doesn't work, then I can even try the diamond finesse. That seems like an insanely good contract, but I guess that's not good enough. We need to look for something better. Hearts are eliminated already, so that's nice. I guess the point is... So one way of playing this is Ace, King, Jack of Diamonds. And now they will be forced to play a club. But the issue is if the queen is fourth, then they just don't play a club, so... Well, I can just show you what I mean. This is the first approximation of a line, which I'm actually not sure it's better than just taking all these finesses. Ace, King, Jack. Okay. So it is what they were looking for, but I'm not sure, honestly. Now East will have to is forced to play into a rough and discard or play a club. So this was now one of the cases where this was necessary because West had the Queen of Diamonds, but East had the King Queen of Clubs. Now what I'm wondering is if East has the Queen of Diamonds, Queen fourth, and they can just take the Queen and play a diamond back, right? But Queen fourth, I don't know. Or if West has the Queen fourth. So I'm playing. So the winning case in this case is in the way I played it was this. So Queen 30 in West, of which there are 10. You have two low cards, right? Out of. Okay, and the other one is Queen fourth onside. But it's also Queen fifth onside. I don't know. Let's check this because, well, okay. So a specific 3-3 is more likely than a specific 4-2, but it just doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like it's obviously better. Of course, I just play a club. I just play a club. It's very easy actually, so it doesn't matter who has it. It doesn't matter. It's just the same thing. Yeah. Pretty simple. Okay, and just so I instantly saw the line, but I didn't know why it works. Okay, I'm in 7 no Trump. Okay, this will not be about. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a squeeze. The way you do the squeezes is pretty important. I need to have the diamond in my hand. and I need to cache the clubs. So first I unblock this. And now Ace King of Diamonds. Wait. Ah. So the squeeze only works against West. Although I can test, I can test spades without, I was gonna say without loss of generality. So East is the one who has the spades. Ah, but I think I'm fine. I discard a spade on this. And now I start watching diamonds. So I will have these two discards. Two diamond discards from dummy, and I can keep my diamond discard in my hand. Yeah, that's the whole point. That I still have an entry to the spades. And now the diamond is high. So I needed the person with the 4 spades to have 4 diamonds as well. I got a little confused, but actually it's a pretty basic squeeze hand. I couldn't cash 3 spades, even though it looks like it might be the case. It might be okay, but in that case, I would have needed to keep all my spades in my hand, and that clearly I couldn't. So okay, so this simple squeeze against East, but it's a half an entry issue that you needed to be mindful of. King of Hearts. It's an annoying lead. On any other lead, it would be a very easy contract. And no entry to dummy at all. So even those spades are very low. It's super annoying. So my thinking is, well, first of all, there's no bidding, right? Okay. There was no bidding, that's fine. Okay. Well, okay, I mean, in my eyes, and maybe this is wrong, but the only way to play this is just to play, oh, wow. Okay, in this case, am I supposed to finesse against West? Finesse the jack? Well, I don't know. This is a straightforward way of playing, and maybe it's wrong, but... Okay, of course, if I finesse, then West will take it, so it's... And... I can overtake the king with the ace and play the finesse later, but I don't know if that's superior. And if it is, then it's gonna be very close. I don't know if... so if the math works out like that, fine. It's just that... Well, I guess you could say that you're playing for a finesse instead of a 3-3 break, and in fact, the finesse is a slight favorite to make, a slight favorite to win because East has longer speed, so they have borderline less. Yeah, no, that makes sense, and in fact, yeah, even so, I can even make it on a 4-2 on a 5-1 split, so that makes sense. And I should have known this. Six no trump, so there will be no roughing here. That's nice. And I think I know this. So this is a famous suit combination, which has a counterintuitive way of playing. So low to the king, and if it wins, and it looks like you can do low to the queen or low to the 10, but in fact low to the queen is better because sometimes the jack falls. So, and actually it has a complicated game theory behind it, but the point being that well, this will be super confusing, but if East takes the ace, then it could be that, so East must take the ace from ace jack, obviously, and East needs to duck from ace third some of the time, and then in fact there's a discussion on how often East should duck from ace third, and in fact East needs to duck as many times as to make our information as low as possible, but I don't know how well it will be explained here. Queen of Hearts. It's a straight gas, but in fact it's not a straight gas, because sometimes East, yeah, it's one way of describing it, but it's the uh, it's something like that. It's a bit complicated, but yeah, the main thing is you need to know this. But the other problem is that against some opponents this is actually wrong. Like, but I think even against those opponents, it's better to uh, you're not worse than optimal just by doing it. Okay, so they took 4 club tricks and East discarded 3 hearts. And I have no information on what to do except for the fact that I need all the tricks. Well, in fact, I need only one more trick, right? Because one of the spades will go on diamonds, on hearts. Can this really be a squeeze? It just feels like I don't have enough information. Or I don't have enough anything, but I mean, I guess if I get so loser count has been rectified. I don't know. I mean, in practice, it actually doesn't matter too much what you do. There was no diamond discard, so I can test diamonds. Was this about... No, it actually just worked. It just... West was holding spades, and it didn't matter when I did it. It's called... what is it called? It's called... Moving the menace or something? Or... Shifting the defender? I definitely didn't remember this hand. This felt new to me. But... Yeah. Equally well, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those hands where it's a squeeze, but you don't need to count out the hand, so... Those are my favorite squeezes. 3 clubs. What is this? Like some kind of Swiss raise or something? I need Swiss raises. No, but Swiss raises are 1 heart, 4 clubs. Whatever. 4 hearts. I need to make sure I don't lose a trick to east, I guess. So don't I just take the heart finesse? Or do they want me to duck a heart completely? I guess that's what they want me to do. And now I can draw trump and... Wait, but that's just nonsense. What am I doing? I'm losing 2 heart tricks and a diamond and... No. Just take the finesse, but then that wouldn't be level 4, would it? You can also take the ace first. I don't get it. No, so ducking was good? Yeah, it looked like something where I need to play against east. But I can't quite get it. It's something like this. And now I take the finesse. So I'm fine with losing. Yeah, the thing is I forgot to take the ace of hearts. And now I managed to take all the... I managed to draw all the trumps. And yeah, this is definitely one of the hands where that I vaguely remembered somehow. And had an idea what to do, or duck a heart early, and then you're fine against 4-1 in East. We can just check what they write in case there was something I missed, so... Yeah, exactly, that's what I forgot. I have this cross, yeah, so it's kind of what I thought. Okay. Jack of hearts to the ace. And I think the point is I need to duck this or something. No bidding, so... Wait, what was this? Jack to the ace. So ace, queen, 10, 6th. Okay, I mean, that's just nonsense. So I can rough those two hearts. It's one of those things where clubs can actually give me a trick. If East and West start playing clubs, then I actually have a club trick. It's just that I need to figure out how to do this. So I can rough a heart. I was thinking of somehow throwing someone in with the last heart, but and it's also a bit like kind of problem-oriented thinking. I mean, thinking around what the problem could be. No, like what could be a theme in a problem. And I wouldn't have had these hearts in my hand, these 4 hearts, if it wasn't the point. So now I'm not sure. Another way of playing it is eliminate hearts by roughing them and play a low club to the 9. So I'm fine with losing 2 clubs and have a discard on them. I'm not fine with losing 2 clubs and a diamond. These should be easy hands. Still relatively easy. I'm also thinking of taking the ace of diamonds, then or playing a diamond towards the queen, and if East takes it, but if East takes it, then I have a problem anyway. There's no opposing bidding, but East already showed the ace of hearts. Ace queen of hearts. So East is very unlikely to have the ace of clubs, but they could still have the king of diamonds. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but even here, if I just throw a diamond, then they just play a spade through and I'm screwed. I don't get it. Let's just go down in peace and... I need to unplay them somehow, but... The Jack of Hearts shows that East has the Ace Queen. I don't know what you guys want me to do. Low to the 9, really? Because I'm afraid of... West winning the queen and now just playing a diamond through, but... Okay, so this is what they were looking for, but... Well, I guess what they mean is that if West has Ace Queen, then I'm screwed anyway. I guess that's what they mean. If West has Ace Queen, then I need to play for the diamond finesse, and because there is nothing else I can do. Yeah. Ah, okay, but I know that the Ace of Clubs is in West. Yeah, yeah, that's the point. Yeah, it's a passed hand. Yeah, yeah, and the East can't have both the Ace of Clubs and the King of Diamonds, and I was just afraid of, yeah, but... Okay, I mean 5 spades, that's very nice. I'm gonna lose 2 early diamond tricks. I need every single trick. The only way that's possible... So if somebody has the stiff jack, that's not enough. So if I just play the Ace of Spades and the stiff king, that's not enough. I need West to have the stiff jack and East to have the third king. So I think that's the correct line. And now I can take this heart finesse. What? This is the last time I was in dummy, and I mean, of course... Of course I can take the king as well. King, queen. Yes. Yes. Ace of clubs. Queen of spades. And now I'm in dummy, and this is the last time I can do anything, so of course I can take the king, but... Ah, no. Ah, that's the point. The point is, I need to take the I need this to be Queen Jack tied because I just don't have enough entries to do it. So I need to repeat the finesse from dummy. And after that, there's no more entries, so I need to take the King of Hearts and hope for the best. I forgot about this. Yep. Ace of Clubs, Queen of Spades. And now it's the last time I'm in dummy, so I need to repeat. And now I guess the point is that he could have covered and didn't. So I will need to reject the extra chance given to me, because normally those are fake chances. Those are just there to deceive us. They are dark temptations. Kind of a messy hand, much more like a normal hand, a real life hand than many of these Bridgemaster ones. And I should understand that yeah, exactly. Yep. Don't play them for a mid defense, although of course it depends on the opponent, but normally don't play them for a miss defense, just play them for being smart. And I mean the main point is if you get an extra chance out of nowhere, usually it's a Trojan horse. So this looks like a relatively simple hand, which is why I guess it will be wrong the way I play it, but the normal way of playing it is just take 2 rounds of trump and play clubs. Well, oh, in fact, I actually played it very well here. I don't know if this was on purpose or by accident, but wait, spades were 4-1? I mean, how should I have known that? Well, I mean, I should have seen it, but how can I cater to this? So the normal way of playing it is to take 2 rounds of trump, and then notice that they were 4-1, and then try to figure it out. So yeah, so they're 4-1. I'm gonna lose. Two spades and a heart. I don't know how I'm gonna avoid this. Well, I mean, I guess one way of thinking about it is that if I'm gonna make, I need clubs to be 4-4 now. No, West to have 4. Yeah, because I need to rough that hard. And for that I need West to have the 4 clubs, because even if it was just, even if they were 3-3, then West could just rough the fourth club and take the last trump from dummy. So you need to assume West to have 4 clubs by necessity, and if I'm gonna do that, I should play them for the jack. It's a fancy hand. I mean, I'm not too... Come on. Oh, that's just mean. So there was something else I can do here? With first round club finesse? Do you really want me to take the first round club finesse? But like, is that really better than the way I played it? I don't know. Well, I guess what I catered to was just a stiff club jack in east. Whereas playing like this, I'm catering to a 5-1 split in diamonds, which is actually not so unlikely when West already is assumed to have 4-4. Yeah, I guess, and also they played the... So South must avoid the hard loser, and then... Yeah, West must follow to all 4, otherwise they would ruff and play a spade. Yeah. Okay, I mean, mine was almost as good, I would say, but it's fair enough. Once West has such a I'm playing West to have both lengths, then I would need to be prepared for them to be short in short in diamond, especially they led diamond. So yeah. Anyway, King of Clubs led. Interesting that I have the queen. I guess they want me to count the points. Well, not really. I can afford 2 losers, so 1 in spades and 1 in diamonds. So I'm pretty sure the best way of playing it is low to the 10, which picks up some 4-1 splits that other plays don't. Oh, they're gonna punish me. I mean, it's fine. It's just that... It's just that, I don't know, I think that these minutiae, how do you pronounce that word? These small things, I think, don't quite matter. And especially if West passed over 2 clubs. Am I supposed to duck this now or what? Ah, I think I know it. I can discard a club on it, a diamond on it or something. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I know now, so I can just duck the diamond, but is that really better? Is this really better? Because now they can They can play a diamond ruff as well. I mean, East could have taken the spade and played the diamond through. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't really matter as long as you play a low spade to dummy. Anyway, not really convinced, honestly, but I mean, if there's a disagreement between me and friend Gittelman, then you know who to trust. I mean, I'm a random guy in his bedroom, and he's a world champion. Is he a world champion? He's at least been in the final. But what if they're 6-1? That's what I don't get. So you want me to be super careful, to be prepared for like what is it, a 7-1 club split, but not for a 6-1 in diamonds. I don't get it. Ah, wait, it was about diamonds, not about clubs, right? No, I'm sorry, I'm completely wrong. No, it wasn't about clubs. It was about diamonds. Yeah, no. Then I mean, it makes sense. It's a 5-2 split. It's not so unlikely. Okay, it's fine. Okay, last behind before the break. 4 spades. Or I'm missing. Club. I mean, you can play it in this way, which was already in level 3, where you play clubs and then if West plays the queen, you duck. If West doesn't play the queen, then you don't duck. I don't know what else to do. Well, there was one thing I could have done, and that's try to discard a club on the diamonds. I can try that. I'm still playing for clubs to be 3-3, but basically if East doesn't cover, then I can get West in. So I'm kind of end playing West. It still doesn't work. I was getting close, but I needed to get there with a club, yeah. Crossing once in trumps is fine, but not twice. No, it's not. No, what am I doing? I just said that and then I mess it up. Okay. Once in trumps. It's more elegant to ruff with the ace, but it doesn't matter too much in this case. And now the diamond comes. And this is a loser on loser, not whatever I was calling them until now. King of clubs. Ruff a club. Again, with a king it doesn't matter, but it's nicer. Overtake that. Play the club. And I can even afford the hard finesse, which in Bridge Master will never work. So 10 tricks. It's actually a very decent way of playing the hand, and it's something that you see quite often. Loser on loser, and you can ruff a suit kind of early. You can ruff it high early without losing any tricks in it. King of diamonds. Okay. It's gonna be hard to get to dummy. West doubled, so West has short-ish hearts, and East has clubs. And I'm pretty sure I need to throw a spade on it because... Wait, that's not right. Yeah, I think I just ruff this, draw trump and play a spade to dummy and hope that West has king queen. Otherwise, what else am I doing? Yeah, the West followed one, so that's good. And now West needs to play either a spade or a club, and both will help. Oh wait, that's not true. So West doubled. Ah, well anyway, I promised a break, but I will. So is the point really I need to duck that, but I mean, West just exits with the king of spades, and what am I actually doing? Okay, I think the point is it's some kind of a squeeze. I think I need to just draw all the trumps. Sorry, just take all the trumps. That's a spade, that's important. I think, but now West just has a bunch of diamonds. No, I still need to have a heart. I don't get it. Okay, so let's say West has... It's gonna be some kind of a squeeze. These are called guard squeezes or something where... You're kind of forcing West to discard diamonds, but... So it kind of looks like West is 4-4-4-1 here. This isn't working at all, right? down 2 here. Ah, that doesn't work either. But I was thinking, so now, but now as well, I mean, if I duck, obviously I'm going down. And if I don't duck, then West just keeps the the Queen of Hearts. So that's the reason why I didn't duck, because it's just pointless. I mean, of course, the nice thing about ducking there is that you still have a heart. Well, so I can do one thing. I can duck. I can take this the third round and play an early spade. And now West kind of has an issue. One round. One round of trump. That's the point. I love this hand. I mean, I would never find this in real life, but at the end of the day, it's not so hard to find. So you're off this, take one round of trump, and then you exit a spade. Because you can afford one round of trump. Otherwise, I was playing West to have a void in hearts, which is very unlikely. And now West is out of options. No squeeze needed, just counting. Not even. Just, well, I mean, you're kind of counting the different options, like the different possibilities, winning cases, and in this case, this is the most you could have hoped for. I love this hand. And we're back to the night session. 40 more boards out of level 4B. Let's go for it. Okay, the connection is back. Okay. A low spade is led against 3 no trump. 2 spades from West, that's important. I think one point here is not to take the jack from dummy. Wait, if I don't take the jack... Oh yeah, that's still fine. Yeah, that's the point. I can just... Oh, I can't duck it. Well, I can't take the jack. And then ace... So I can finesse into West. And then I still have 4 plus 4 is 8, 9 tricks. No. Yeah, 9 with the jack of spades. If West has the stiff queen, I need to take the finesse into it. It's very cool. Normally you're happy to see the stiff queen, but in this case you're not. Well, is that even the case? Okay, if I know for a fact that West has the stiff queen, then I need to duck this, but that's just stupid. Then I need to come to my hand and play from there. I think that's the point. That way I can duck the queen because I can see it. Okay, so that's the point here. Yeah, take the jack. Low to the ace, and then the low diamond. And if the queen appears, don't take it. It's a trap. And now I'm fine. It's a cute hand. I mean, how useful it is, I don't know. Because it's really just a tiny, tiny, tiny edge that you're gaining. It's not like some suit combination where you're just somebody just forgets about the 3-2 break or a 4-1 break. This is a really tiny, tiny edge, so I'm not that impressed, but it's still very elegant, and you might as well play it well if it's a pretty way of playing and it's a good way of playing. You might as well do it. And this whole thing about not playing the jack was just wrong, so actually that was my first thought, play the jack. In real life I would play the jack almost without thinking, but here I'm thinking too much, and thinking is always a problem. Don't do it. Okay, here however, okay, 2 spades, 4 spades. I don't see why I would play the queen here, the jack here. But maybe this is an interesting point where I could duck this. But I'm not actually gaining that much. The point of ducking would be East can't put in West. Can come back with a diamond. Please don't be 5-0 and then take this finesse. Hey, look, I tried. Okay. Was I really supposed to play the jack? I guess that's the point. Play the jack to not to isolate West. And in fact, it doesn't really matter what's going on anymore. Okay, that's a pretty useful one to have in your arsenal, in your bag of tricks. And yeah, just play the jack. It actually sometimes it helps, sometimes it's irrelevant. So you might as well just do it every single hand. Of course, in no trumps, it's a completely different situation. There you should almost never play the jack because late stoppers are important in the suit. So third round stoppers or whatever are important, but in this case it's not about that. It's about entries to both defensive hands, and in trump contracts actually it's very important to think about who has entries where in defense, and also when you're defending, of course. Jack of Hearts play from trick 1 is actually kind of a star play that most people wouldn't find, but it's actually not so hard. It's not like that you have to see the whole hand in front of you in order to play it. You don't need to know why you're doing it, you just need to do it. We're playing 4 spades and we have some kind of entry issues. Hearts would be useful. I think the point is I just duck this, and because I don't want to rough in dummy just now. Now I unblock this. and play spades, and I'm fine. It's a pretty cute hand, but and don't tell me I miscounted trumps, but I don't think I did. There are 3-1, and there's 13 in the deck. I'm participating in some bridge courses. I'm kind of assistant teacher, teaching assistant, and I'm showing I'm teaching various things to. I mean, they're not kids; they're students, early to mid 20s. And what was I saying? Yeah, I'm always asking them how many trumps, and I wish somebody could come and sit next to me and ask me this all the time. Anyway, board 20, 2/3 there. It's gonna be roughed, okay. So West had Ace, King, Jack. Ace, King, Jack of Hearts. And they have a take out the ball as well. And the Ace of Spades can't hurt. I have enough entries everywhere, so I can cash it without thinking. So the normal way to play this would be the club finesse. That Queen of Diamonds is kind of makes me think that there's something else going on in this hand, but am I going crazy? Is it high? It's not high, right? I know what's going on. What's going on is I can figure out. I might be able to figure out who has the queen, the king of diamonds. So if I say that East would have covered, but of course I don't know that. Okay, the king of diamonds was in West. So East doesn't need to have the king of, so East doesn't have the king of diamonds. And West had two spades. Are they trying to tell me that West has 3 clubs, and now if West plays low here, I don't know. But I somehow could have read the whole hand out. If I know that it's 4-4-4-1, but did I know that? I lost count at some point, but I thought West had 2 spades. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm there. King, Ace, Jack, Roughed. So what's the stiff spade? And then here, yeah, I just don't know why I would. I would somehow count out the hand, but how do I count out the whole hand? Is this a show-up squeeze? Huh. It could be a show-up squeeze. Oh wow, that would be amazing. I haven't had a show-up squeeze in a very long time. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's rough this. There are 2 more trumps. And now I have seen all of them. Ace of clubs, Queen of diamonds, roughed, high, low, doesn't matter. And now I keep running spades. But for the squeeze to work, I needed to keep that Queen of diamonds in dummy. I needed to keep the Queen of diamonds. Now I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Okay. So now I can try, but I don't know the exact distribution. I can make it. Yeah. Simply the logic being that so sometimes you need to play the queen from that holding, try to figure out who has the king, but in this case you simply say that the king of diamonds must be in west because they have about 11-ish points. Now you have ace king jack, but with the jack of diamonds, let's say they don't make it, but anyway, they're odds on to have it, right? So let's say we start like this, jack of spades, we just run all our winners. It's a club, we still don't care, but queen of hearts. If West throws a diamond, the dummy is high. If West doesn't throw a diamond, throws a club, then we know that the last 2 cards is a club and a diamond. And now I will see what the last club is, and that's the 9. So the queen must be in east. I love this. Such a cool hand. Show up squeeze. Oh, I love it. Beautiful. I just forgot about show up squeezes. I've done this so long ago. I think 7 years ago. It's so cool. It's so cool that I will even read it. So, and in fact, East probably doesn't have the king of diamonds because they wouldn't switch to a diamond when dummy has queen low. Exactly. Yeah, they wouldn't have switched to a diamond. This is so beautiful. I love it, and I don't know. I think it was better to cash 1 club. Yeah, but the show up squeeze, the point would be that West actually shows you the last card, so I don't know. Because you can't, yeah. Well, I mean, in this case, you know that there are two missing, but you might as well have taken that ace of clubs and then it's kind of, isn't it clearer? I think it is clearer. King of hearts against five clubs. Still one of the, is it another one of those stupid hands where, so if they're not 4-0 then we're fine. So they will be 4-0, right? And now I need to set up an end play against them. Oh my god. I do need to play a low one because if East has 4 then I have a very easy way of drawing all trumps, so it's definitely the right way of doing it. You need to eliminate everything West has and force them to rough, and then, yeah, but it's not too easy. Well, a hard back can't be a bad start, I think. And now I would need to really know how much of what West has. I think I need them to have 3 diamonds. No. I don't even know how I'm gonna make this because so I mean one way I could do it is playing on spades. Maybe playing them to be 3-3. But they're not 3-3. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do. No, okay. Yeah, but this doesn't help at all. I mean, then what? I don't know. This hand, I don't know what to do about it. It's just about the trump trick. There's nothing special about reading the cards or anything. Yeah. Okay, actually it's a very simple hand. Well, okay, very simple is a bit too much, but you know what I mean. No, no, not the solution. So West showed both minors. Where is six hearts? I'm pretty sure I know this one. Well, I thought it was something to do with playing a low diamond from my hand, and if West takes it, then I have two discards. But I only have one discard, and in fact, I don't even have an entry. Good lord. Spades are irrelevant, or at least look irrelevant. I was also thinking if I can do some kind of partial elimination in spades. Where I rough like one spade in my hand or so. And then play on diamonds. And then West will need to play a club, but of course West can always exit on diamond. Six hearts. Okay, how about this? Okay, it's the best I can think of. I go here. I'm not sure. I'm still not sure what happens if West takes the ace. Uh, okay, I need to exit with a king. That's the thing. Okay. I think I have it. There's a small chance I have it. Okay. Jack of hearts taken by the ace. Unblock this. The queen appears, so now I have a hope that West has a stiff king and the stiff queen. Now all I need is another entry to dummy, right? So that will be the queen of diamonds. And now I can take the roughing finesse. Okay, don't tell me East roughs. That would be stupid. No, East doesn't rough. And now I need... Wait. That doesn't work. Okay, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there, kind of. doesn't work. I wanted to play the king and then duck if West plays back a diamond, but of course that's a loser. I was also thinking of somehow ducking a spade to east, but of course east always has some diamonds to play through. I remember this hand, but I don't remember the solution. Ah, but it's actually not so hard, isn't it? Is it? It's not so hard, is it? It's just I do this, take the roughing finesse, rough. Now I just exit with the king of diamonds. West can duck, but they need to take the next. Exactly, and now West is out of options. So of course, if they duck a diamond again, then I just don't have a diamond loser, and I just lose a club from my hand. And this is okay. Okay, it's not too hard once you see it, of course. But yep, let's do it. 3, no trump. Or I have 6, 7 tricks, and diamonds would be a bunch of tricks. The only thing is in hearts, right? So they can try to attack our heart entry. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna... is this like a point where you need to play a low one first? No, the point is you need to play a high one first. A low one I thought can help if you have a stiff ace somewhere. They're like ace king doubleton, ace king third, right? But can't I just tuck it whichever way I play this? Ah. So now I have one more trick. 2, 6, 7, 8. And now I can take the club finesse. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 7, 8. Yep. So if they didn't dug if they hadn't dug the diamond, then you can just set up diamonds basically. And it's pretty important to know. Sometimes you need to dug from ace king third. It's pretty cute. Just switch to another suit if they dug. Mm. Yeah, here the point is you just so West shouldn't get in, so you can cash the ace first in case West has something. Ah, no, you don't cash the ace. Okay, it's a bit silly, but it's very elegant. So okay, so what you do is, so definitely duck one club. That's the duck one spade. That's pretty obvious. You cross in hearts, play a club, and if the stiff king appears, or whatever, if the king appears, then you assume it to be the stiff, and you can duck it, and east is out of spades. Very simple and very cute. I mean, simple. I don't know. It's not something that you think of, like what if the non-preemptor has the stiff king, but yeah, it's definitely a possibility, and you shouldn't forget about it. Nine. Okay, we're in 7 spades, so we can't tuck this. You can't do anything, so basically the normal way of playing this is either playing for so clubs to be 3-3 or the diamond finesse to be onside. You can also play for a squeeze. For example, I can cash all the spades, discard everything, and check what West is doing. If the squeeze isn't on, then I can still take the diamond finesse. That's probably the best. So the point is that I know that West is stopping hearts. Okay, before I forget, how many tricks do I need in hearts? In clubs, I only need 4, so I can discard 1 club from dummy. And the reason I say I only need 4 is because I have 7 spade tricks and 2 aces. That's 9 plus 4 would be 13. And I'm basically, I can discard whatever I want as long as I keep 1 diamond and 4 clubs. So in fact, that kind of restricts my choice because I need to discard 1 from each. And I don't really need to pay attention to the discards here, except for paying attention to the Queen of Hearts. So if West shows the Queen of Hearts, then I know that the Jack is high. Okay, that's a club discard, that's important. Wait, what? They were 5-1? Ugh, God, I'm so bad at this. Well, yeah, of course, the point is that I haven't cashed the diamonds yet, right? So I will finish that hand, but basically, West could have just discarded all their diamonds, so I didn't make the squeeze tight enough. Of course, I can also cash the ace of diamonds, but then and the whole thing is just playing for a squeeze, and normally squeezes are less likely than finesses. It's just simply because you're putting two different things in somebody's hand instead of one. No, I was wrong about the squeeze thing because the whole thing just doesn't work. At the very final position, you have four clubs in dummy, a heart and a diamond. So that means that West can just keep four clubs and a heart in their hand. However, that also means that I can read the hand, can't I? This is just discarding hearts. It doesn't matter too much how many hearts. Another diamond. So now West discards a club. Now I can test clubs. There hasn't been a club discard yet. Now I know that they're 5-1. So now I know that West doesn't have the king of diamonds because West still has a heart and a club. So actually the diamond finesse is known to work. Okay. It's also some kind of a show-up squeeze. I can check the nomenclature. I mean, nothing actually showed up, but I could figure out what the last few cards are. Hmm. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, okay, so that's what I did this page. Not necessary to catch the ace of diamonds early. What was this? It's just some kind of bug here because West just took this trick, but whatever. It's a connection issue or what? I don't know. Looks like everything's frozen, but... Okay, 5 more boards. We're in 6 spades, as you are. Another one of those hands where you need to ruff a club early. In case somebody is has 4 spades, and that somebody should be east, but the thing is I can't test for that, so if I play king of spades in another, then of course it would be crazy to play low, because West could have the jack, so that's not what we're gonna do. But I guess if we agree that we can't take the finesse, then we might as well play like this. So low to the king. Now if West shows out, then I could take the finesse, but otherwise I need to play like this. Oh, God. I thought I didn't have any other entries, so... Fit here. Okay, so now I'm getting the bad news, so I need to cash this diamond because otherwise the winner goes away. Slow rolling. What's going on? Connection issues. Okay, it's just rough, I mean. Give me a break. I guess what they want to say is that I don't need a diamond somehow, but I can't just exit with anything. They took a trick already. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I will steer off a club. Buffering issues, okay, whatever. So I could play ace and king of diamond, ace or king of spades, but then you do just look stupid if East has... Well, if East has jack fifth, I can't finesse it anyway, so I guess that's the point. Ace and king. Okay. You're off. And then 3 rounds of hearts. But that still doesn't work. I need 4 rounds of hearts. I need West to be short in hearts. Yeah, that's the point, but... Okay, I mean... The point to these hands is like, what is less unlikely? And of course it's technically the same as what's more likely, but... yeah, honestly I don't even want to know why this was correct and the other one wasn't. Okay, I do want to know. This, when I said it out loud, I felt a bit stupid. So what if East has 4-4-4, sorry, 4-3-3-3 in that order? Trump, cool, yeah. I can decide later what I play East for. That's the point. Exactly, so because East doesn't want to rough that hard anyway. Yeah, it's very easy. Yeah. It's actually, it makes sense to look at the solution because every now and then, and in my case in level 4 almost always, then every now and then you learn something. King of Diamonds led. Hmm. So 5 plus 4 is 9, 10, 11. I have 11 tricks. 1 diamond rough is 12. There was no bidding, so it's fine, but is the point here just to rough 2 diamonds in case hearts don't break? To be a bit too easy. But it's worth a shot. And now they want to tell me East will rough this, because otherwise I'm still called. No? If East roughs this, then it doesn't matter anyway. Okay, now I can just draw trump. Force out the last trump, and then I should be fine. Okay. It's one of those hands that I don't think I remember, but of course I have seen it. BBO remembers these things. Yeah, simply just count your tricks and rough as many things as you want. And not more and not less. Cute hand. Just the right amount of roughing or discarding or anything. I like this kind of boards. Very strong hand here. So if hearts are 3-2 and we don't have a problem, so I guess they're 4-1. In which case we have a squeeze against West. There's... Wait, what? Wait, deduct the first trick or what? I'm going crazy. I guess deduct the first trick, that's crazy. I can't duck it, yeah, they ducked it first. So I need a squeeze without a count. I can catch 2 spades as well, as usual. Let's make the position a little tighter. In real life, sometimes you give up information like this, but... Now the point is, I think, that West will be forced to give up all his diamonds. Otherwise, actually, it is like a squeeze. And now West is assumed to be... Oh, okay, I think I know this. So I play the queen of spades. Now I figure out that spades weren't 3-3. And I cast the jack of hearts. And now I can throw in west with a spade, and their last card is known to be a heart. Is this called diving bar squeeze or something? Because they will just help you get to the diving board. I mean, I'm just checking the solution because as long as one defender. I mean, of course, after this bidding, it's definitely west. Stepping stone. Yeah, exactly. Stepping stone squeeze. Very cute stuff. I love it. Yes. 2 rounds of hearts. And 2 rounds of spades, I guess. 3 rounds of spades even. Okay. It's like that song. I'll never be a stepping stone, but West is forced to be a stepping stone. 2 loser, 3 suit squeeze. Okay. It's cute. I don't know how often it comes up, but cute nonetheless. And Jack of hearts. Guess they will duck again, yes. I don't even know what I'm squeezing against. Like, what is this? 11 tricks. Well, I mean, somebody could have 4 spades and the ace of hearts. But the loser count is not rectified, so that's the main thing. Okay, I mean, diamonds must be cashed. There's no ifs and buts about it. Those diamonds don't help me at all. There's no menace or anything in it, so. 2 clubs, 3 clubs discarded by West. But 9 of hearts could be a threat as well, but I don't see it at the moment. So I got the very last. So let's say I discard these 3, or I play these 3. The last trick, East will just keep the ace of hearts and 3 spades, right? So how do I make? What do I do? Rectifying the count is the thing that I can't do here. I can do these 3, 1, 2, 3, but somebody has ace jack 10 of hearts. Maybe that's the point. I don't know what the point is. I have no idea, and I don't know how this will, because the jack is still out. No, the jack is not out. And the jack was the lead, isn't it? This was some very fancy squeeze that I didn't understand at all. What? I made it on my first try. West has Jack 10 of hearts and the Queen of spades, and basically I'm squeezing west and because I can discard from north after west. This is called a squeeze without a count, I think. It still works because both threats are after west. I think that's the point. Wait. Yeah, it's still about the simple squeeze. Yeah, so the simple squeeze is fine. West has no answer. Yes, that we know. Defends well. Vis, what? Vise. Is that an English word? Yeah, Vice. Any of various devices, usually having two jaws. Oh. Vice. A Vise. I guess it would be vocalized. Oh. We'll never find out, but... Ah, wow, okay. So this is called a Vise. Must guard the spades, and now that will just fall under the king. That's great, and somehow I made it on my first try, so it just goes to show you, sometimes squeezes, you don't need to know what you're doing. You only need to be lucky. And this is true for bridge and sometimes even chess. You make a move, you don't quite know what the best answer is, but it turns out there is no best answer. You're just winning. Story of my life. Okay, 4 hearts. East opened 2 spades, so this probably has a doubleton in clubs. 6-5, and as clockwork, the club ruff is coming. And so I can isolate the manas. Isolate the thread? How do you call it? By ruffing 1 spade. The west is out of spades now. And now I can draw trumps and squeeze the east in diamonds and spades, I think. There's one more thing that I could have done, is play the jack first. Ah, no, that doesn't work at all. That spade is just stranded. Ace, king of clubs. I need an entry to those spades. Or is this another one of those? Is this a trump squeeze? Oh my god. When's the last time I did that? Trump squeeze. How does that work? I think I need to keep one more trump in my hand. I think that's the position. Here, east. No. Did I need to keep both of those diamonds there? I needed an entry to draw off a spade, so it's not the case. And in any case, I don't see how it changes things. Trump squeeze. Oh my god, there's a trump entry to your threat. And anyway, it's like... Okay, East had nothing in clubs and had ace, let's say king, queen, jack of spades. So the queen could be there. I'm still pretty sure this is a good start. Isolate or remove the guard or something. There's all this squeeze terminology that I don't know. It goes to show you that even if you know what you're doing, and in this case I'm pretty sure the answer is a trump squeeze, then you don't always win, because it's not enough to be a good player, you also need to play well. It's Siegfried Darasch said that. Or Siegberg or something, it's called Sieg. Two clubs, East has two clubs. And two hearts. Okay, I think... So what I do... is this? That's not right. I mean, simply, East can just discard spades. East can discard all the spades. Yeah, because I only have one entry. I'm gonna figure this out because there's only a finite number of ways to go wrong. Rough that. King of spades. Do I need to not do any of this and just play hearts like this, but one spade discard. No, but now West guard spade, so isn't going anywhere. East didn't even release spades. He just has two diamonds remaining, so that's wrong. Take another trick. Ace of diamonds. Rough this. Oh wait, but it's just fine now. Because the 5 is... No. What? Oh god. How does this work again? Am I just doing something wrong in the beginning? But I still can't get it because now he still has this. I don't get it. Okay, I give up. I'll probably have a big face palm here. Tram squeeze, yeah, but yeah, I needed to keep both of those diamonds. I needed to have both the diamonds because I needed an entry to dummy. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, you just... I mean, I remember the position, I just couldn't quite set it up. It doesn't matter that West guards it because East will also guard it once, but you want to remove both guards. Like you want to make sure that East has less than 2 guards, like 1 or 0. Yeah, that's the point. Okay, let me just do it just so I get a little star, even though it's very, very undeserved. And yeah, that's one of the important parts, is that you can block diamonds, but you still have a trump entry to it. It's kind of cool, but I wouldn't reliably be able to do it at the table, but maybe now that my memory is refreshed, maybe I'll manage a bit more often. Anyway, yeah, see you around. Goodbye.